Everybody, welcome back. So this will be my second video of the day. Chantal's just really cranking out those videos, isn't she? It couldn't have anything to do with the fact that she spent over 10 words. Where are my words today? I need more caffeine. Anyway, take two. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that she spent over $7,000 in Thailand. Gee, I wonder where that money came from. Could it be because they sold the old SUV to pay for part of the trip? I think so. But regardless of that, she's back in Kuwait and she's doing more food videos. And we have another one, as you can see. Oh, joy. Another food video. And this is how I feel about that. That's exactly how I feel about that. Boo. Throw those tomatoes, y'all. Throw them. Throw them. She deserves the boo. She deserves the tomatoes. Another food video. And just take a look at it. Take a look at the screenshot right there. 2 meals, y'all. Another 2 meals. I don't know why Chantal's doing that. Why she has to feel like she has to double up on her food. Is it to make all the feedy people happy? You know, just because one huge meal is not enough, we got to have 2. Or the feedies aren't happy. And the feedies are the ones who are going to her channel and giving her the views, I guess, or at least some of the people. And maybe they're paying her off of YouTube for custom content. And she might be using Scameo to do it. And that's how she's keeping in contact. Yeah, I think that has been working as well. So yeah, 2 meals. And during this video, she talks about allegedly comments had been put on her video about her spending in Thailand. I've got my comments, but I want to save them so I could just share them with you and we could just watch this together to make it a bit more tolerable. So how about we just do that, huh? So let me just get started and start playing her video. And thanks for being here. And for those of you that are not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to me. I really would appreciate that. So let's get started with this double feature mess known as Chantal's mukbang video.
With some buns, and I don't have butter though, so I don't know why.
And you know what, Chantal, can I just say this? I don't want to hear you complain about the cost of food, how expensive it is. You were over in Thailand complaining about the cost of simple things like cheese, like cherries. At the same time, you come back to Kuwait and you are ordering double the food. I'm sorry. Those of us that have had hard times, and there's nothing wrong with going through hard times. We all go through them sometime in our life. But if you have a time where you're struggling, you don't spend money on takeout, do you? You can't afford to. You're worried about the basic groceries and getting your needs met on a daily basis versus the luxury, which is a takeout meal. So if you're over there eating takeout meals, especially double portions, don't talk to me about how expensive things are. Don't talk to me. Just don't.
Might keep them for hamburgers or something. Some French fries. So Naif was having a deal where you get 2 3-pieces for 380 something. So there was like a sale on it. So let me pour out some ketchup. Bismillah. I hope you can hear me. You know what, guys? I'm going back to sitting on the floor. I don't like sitting on the couch. I don't know why. When I'm doing...
Well, I'm not trying to be mean here, but I think I know why. I'm just going to take a guess in the dark, y'all, based on her physique. She's very, very big in the front. She's got her main stomach, which is huge. She's also got her fupa, which has been getting bigger. So when she sits on the couch, gravity comes into effect and the fupa, at least, maybe even the stomach, it hangs down. And when it hangs down, I'm sure that it's quite painful. So she likes sitting on the floor where everything is, you know, all the way balanced. That's why she hates sitting on the couch. So we're back to the floor, right, Chantal? Well, that's appropriate for a toddler.
Bongs. Let's try these fries. Beauty bite. I'm having Kinza Cola from KSA.
You know, I have to wonder if the reason why she's buying the lesser value budget cola because she drinks so much of it that maybe Salah just put his foot down and said, hey, you're spending all this money on takeout. We got to save some money somewhere. So from now on, drink the budget cola if you want all these takeout meals.
All right. I have coleslaw. I love coleslaw. I need to make some.
Too much work for you. And she's got food all over that abaya. Or is that a scarf? I'm not sure. Already dripping food on it. Chantal, why can't you drape a towel over yourself or a bib of some sort to where your clothes don't get ruined? When common sense was being handed out, you were the last in line, weren't you? Or were you having a snack and when they were giving it out, you weren't even present? Is that what happened?
I have ranch for the chicken. Maybe I'll make a chicken sandwich. The crispy, woo! The skin from this chicken is amazing. We got the spicy. Not bad. Pretty good.
You know, Chantal, I got an idea for you since these are not true mukbangs. All these videos are is just you watch me eat videos. Why don't you start uploading this content on Only Hams? You know, just make an account there and then just sit and eat your food. You don't have to talk. And those who want to see it, they'll have to pay to see it. How about that? And that way it's off of YouTube. And those of us that don't want to see you eat, we're not going to be subjected to it. Just an idea.
Let's see if I can make a little sandwich.
How can you make a sandwich if you're eating all the meat? You're eating more meat than you're putting on the doggone sandwich.
Better than KFC. And more affordable.
Is she trying to impress us by making a chicken sandwich with the actual chicken? Because I'm not impressed.
So I'm just going to put this chicken on the bun here.
Uh-oh, big brain activity. Nobody's ever thought of that before.
And then it tastes like KFC. They must have known the special spices. So some ranch on it. Yeah, what are you guys having for dinner?
That's a sandwich. 2 buns, chicken pieces, and dressing. What about the lettuce? What about the tomato? What about everything else that goes on a sandwich? That's just pieces of chicken between 2 buns. That's it.
Let's try.
It looks messy. Oh, look at her. She's making a mess. What?
I'm so hungry. I don't know why.
Wipe your mouth, you beast. My God. She's got dressing on her face. She's got it on her, I guess it's a scarf. Is that a scarf or a head wrap? I'm not even sure yet. But already making a sloppy mess. And that scarf looks like it's brand new. She's about to ruin it. In fact, it's already ruined. Girl, wipe your face.
Check out my
Thank you.
wrap-up video on my Thailand trip. Where I go through like the expenses and things like that.
Girl, slow down. Chew.
Yeah, if you want to know how much we spent, in case you're going to Thailand.
Girl, nobody asked you how much the Thailand trip was in total. I watch your reacts. I watch your lives. Nobody was asking you in the chat, hey, Chantal, what was a total expense for your Thailand trip? Can you add everything up and specifically make a video all about that? Nobody asked that question. Nobody. Not even in the comments for your videos did anybody ask you that. Nobody was interested. You just needed a topic of conversation to make a video so that you could make money. That's all it was. But once I found out it was like $7,000, I don't know why you would make a video like you did and reveal that you spent $7,000 plus. All that did was make you look more stupid. Because I've had people comment on my last react, which I just posted today, somebody that went to Thailand and they spent about $2 or $3 grand. And that was for staying in a hotel. So how is it they were able to go to Thailand and spend about $2,000 for 2 people, and you're over there spending $7,000?
You want an idea? We spent a lot, more than I realized when we added it up.
You know, I know the Salah, he's the one in charge of the finances. She's in charge of making the money. He's the one, I guess, in charge of keeping track of the money. Here's a simple system, Salah. Whatever the expenses are per month, before you start adding everything together, just figure in about $3,000 to $4,000 for her food bill. That'll save a lot of headache. Whatever the normal expenses are, just before you get started just having everything together, just figure in you're going to need about $3,000 or $4,000 a month just for her food, because that's where the bulk of your expense is constantly feeding her.
But we stayed a long time. You know, 42 days on a vacation is going to be a bit expensive.
That wasn't a vacation. Nobody takes a vacation for 42 days. They probably just went there thinking we're just going to be here a week and then we can hop back over to Kuwait. That didn't happen. They were there for 42 days because they had to be there. And I know this because the entire time that Foodie was in Thailand, she was complaining. Now, if you go on vacation somewhere and you're not having a good time, wouldn't it just make sense to just cut your losses and go back the way you came, go back home? She didn't do that. So she stayed 42 days in a place where she was not happy. She didn't like the weather. She didn't like how people were staring at her and whipping out their camera phones and taking footage. She hated it. She hated every single bit of it. So what can we take away from that except that she was there because she had to be there, not because she wanted to be there? And the sad thing is they were in Thailand. Thailand is an amazing place with great people. It's on the cheaper side as far as paying for things. And she didn't get a crap ton of amazing footage. She gave the bare basic minimum. And due to her filming skills and her editing skills, none of it was impressive. So 42 days in an amazing place where you can get all kinds of amazing footage from more than one channel, absolutely wasted. $7,000 down the drain for nothing. And here's one location they never showed us: the beaches. Thailand has amazing beaches. Did we see the beach even once? You guys can Google pictures of Thailand and the beaches there. They are stunning. The water is beautiful, like a light blue green. You can see through the water. Never saw any of that. Nope. No, Chantal wasn't going to let Salah anywhere near a beach because that would mean there's a chance that he might see a pretty girl and have a moment in his head where he's back in the red room. So she wasn't going to let that happen. No. So there's a lot of things you didn't see in Thailand, Foodie. There's a lot of things that Salah didn't see, all because of your lack of mobility, your lack of health, and because you just want to sit in the room and not have people gawk at you and just get fed.
I should address this. I see a lot of people commenting about you can have money for this, but you don't have money for this. Why can't people mind their business about how people spend money? Okay, my fault because...
You know what? I'll tell you why. I will tell you why, because you actively get on your videos and you complain about how expensive everything is. You've been doing that a lot lately. You did it in Thailand, complaining about the cost of little simple things. At the same time, you're over here eating takeout every day, maybe sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. And you try to justify it saying, this is my job. My job is I get on YouTube and I get on camera and I eat. And I guess the required menu is fast food. So I can eat fast food on camera and make money. Y'all want to know something interesting? If Foodie had kept up with her taxes, which she didn't, she is in debt to the tune of, say, 50, 60 grand so far. If she had played her cards right and she had kept up with her taxes, if she did videos like this, eating her fast food, she could write this off as a business expense. That's right. But because she did not keep up with her taxes, she can't do that. So you're over here talking about the cost of food and how expensive things are and living frugal and blah, 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 blah. At the same time, you're eating takeout. And there are other necessary words. There are other necessary things that have not been done that need to get done. You went out and got Salah a new vehicle, whether it's a bought vehicle, which I seriously doubt because you don't have that SUV money anymore. You might have got him a micro lease, but you were able to micro lease him a car for $800 a month. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's a cat in your home. She needs to be spayed. And I don't know how much that would cost over there in Kuwait, but it just needs to happen. But rather than be a responsible pet owner and take care of her and get her spayed, which would fix the problem forever, you got her a shot just to shut her up for a little while. But it's, again, that's not going to last forever. So to keep your boy toy around, your useless professional bum happy, you're willing to spend $800 a month, but you won't spend another $400, $500 to get your pet spayed, get her taken care of. Your priorities are all wrong. Listen, Chantal, you wanted Julia because she looked a lot like BBJ, and you're never going to get BBJ back, but you won't go so far as to keep her brushed because her fur looks matted. You won't get her spayed. The best thing you can do is find a loving, caring pet owner who will do everything that needs to be done with that cat. They will do it lovingly. They won't put up a fight. They won't put up a headache. And then let the cat go to somebody else. So get your priorities right, mama.
I brought up the cat. I did that video of her about the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I see a lot of comments like, you have money for a new car,
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But not to get your cat fixed. Okay.
Exactly.
Not getting my cat fixed right now is not a money issue.
So
Obvious.
wait, so what is the issue? What is the issue? If it's not a money issue, what is it then? Salah has a car. He can drive. So it would be as simple as you saying, Salah, Julia needs to be spayed. So here's the money. Make a vet appointment. Have her fixed. When she's done, pick her back up, bring her home. It's just that simple. You can't use the excuse of, I don't have a vehicle and I can't drive. He's driving. So put his butt to work and send him to the vet with Julia to get her fixed. Done.
I don't mean to sound snooty, just, you know.
Before we go any further, I want to remind everyone of something that Chantal said, and I will always remember it because the moment it came out of her mouth, I was like, you've got to be joking. You can't be that evil. When people were on Chantal to take BBJ and Sam to the vet, specifically BBJ, do you know what her response was? She said, I'm not taking my cats to the vet because it ticks off my haters. So she was withholding vet visits and care for her pets just because of people online. And the fact that it made us irritated, she wasn't doing it. Imagine being so vile and so evil and just so rotten on the inside that due to strangers on the internet who care about animals saying, do the right thing, care for your animals, take them to the vet as needed. You got the money, you got the time, you don't have the money? Here, we'll help you. Just tell us what you need. We'll give you the money. You can take them to the vet or have somebody else do it for you. But imagine being so caught up in YouTube and people on YouTube not liking you or bugging you that just to be spiteful, you will refuse your cats to get proper care. And we all know what happened with BBJ and all the things wrong with BBJ, but that's how vile she is. That's how ridiculously caught up in YouTube drama that she's basically going to hijack everybody's attention, keep people worried. You know, like worry for her translates to views. People are worried for her, they'll watch her. They're worried for her pets, they'll watch her to make sure the pets are okay. But yeah, she was that spiteful saying that. Oh, I'm not going to take him to a vet because It makes my haters angry. Yeah, it makes us angry because we have a heart and you don't, beast.
She had another checkup. Like, we went to bring her for her vaccine. And now I don't know why he did this, but the vet checked her skin with this, like, he turned the light off and took this, like, black light thing, which looks for, like, skin conditions.
Okay, hold on a second. You know, I'm not a vet. I don't have the knowledge to be a vet, nor am I a vet tech or vet assistant. So I'm not going to speak on that angle. But I'm just going to take a guess why he did that. And anybody who is a vet tech or a veterinarian, you can correct me in the comments. I'd be very happy to learn more and have more knowledge. But something I do know about cats. Cats have very thin skin. It's like onion skin. And if a cat is not properly brushed, and Julia is a long-haired cat, the mats can go down to the skin and actually tear the skin and cause infections and cause problems. So maybe, and I'm just speculating here, maybe that's why he did that. Maybe he saw Julia and saw all the mats and was wondering, is there an infection deep into the fur that's going down to the skin? He wanted to check to see if there was anything going on there.
So she has a skin condition. He said it's like common in Persian cats, because my grandma's cat, Persian cat, had that too.
It couldn't possibly be because you don't brush her. Why get a long-haired cat if you're not willing to brush her? Why? Because she looked like BBJ? That's not a good enough reason to have her.
But it's also just common in cats, apparently. He's like, it's just airborne. There's nothing you're doing to cause it. It looks like dander to me. So
isn't it funny that Chantal, when she had Sam, her male cat, isn't it weird? Isn't it funny that Sam, her favorite, when he was given to another owner, when he was surrendered to another owner, the new owner had to take Sam to the vet to get him completely shaved down because of dander. So isn't it also funny that her former pet had dander and now Julia has the same condition? Could it be from, say, neglect or not brushing properly? Maybe that's why there's dander buildup.
He gave us like this jug of antifungal wash, and we have to get her bathed because I'm not bathing her. She freaks out if any drop of water touches her. I don't feel experienced or comfortable. So we're going to bring her to get bathed with that. It's actually so common that they have it on the service menu. Fungal bath. So
y'all want to hear something funny? You guys know I have Booger. I love her to death. I've had her since she's just this big. She's little. But I could give Booger a bath. I know how to do it. If I needed to, I could give Booger a bath and she wouldn't freak out. Because I've been doing it since she was little, like she's used to it. Like I don't give her a bath frequently, but it's happened enough that she knows it's not a bad thing She's not in any danger. Mom is right there with her. I talk calmly to her. I would fill up the sink or the tub with warm water first, and then gently put her in it and talk to her gently. And I don't get scratched up. She knows it's not a big deal. Just let mom bathe her off and then dry her off with a hair dryer, and she's good to go. But Chantal, if you had cared for your pet properly, if you had just cared enough for Julia that you got her used to things like that, then you wouldn't have to worry about her freaking out and clawing you all up.
She has that to clear up before we get her vaccine. And then we can get her fixed. But I don't know why people are freaking out that she's not fixed. Like she had a hormone shot which prevents her from going into heat for like 6 months. So she's fine. So
let me guess, Chantal. Because the shot lasts for 6 months, you're going to wait 6 months to get her fixed, knowing that's what you're going to do. Your way of thinking is, oh, I've got 6 months, so I'm going to wait 6 months. I'm going to wait till this shot completely expires before I get her fixed, not before. And then I know what's going to happen when that 6 months comes up. You're going to get another shot, and then another, and then another, and another. Everybody's been saying for the longest that Julia was a street cat. She wasn't given to you in Salah by somebody. She was a street cat that you snatched off the street. Maybe that's why you haven't gotten her fixed yet. Because a pet owner who loves their pet, you look at that as a long-term investment, not so much for money, but you look at the health and well-being of your pet and you take it seriously, and you will plunk down the money to make sure that they're comfortable and safe and healthy and happy. But apparently you don't love Julie enough, because all you're doing is just getting the shot to stop the heat. But you're not plunking down the $400, $500 to get her fixed. So that leads me to believe at some point you're going to let her go.
I mean, she will be fixed eventually, but there's no rush because of the hormone shot.
Chantal's way of thinking is, why am I going to spend $400, $500 to get her spayed? Because that's $400 to $500 I could use to feed my face. Priorities. Food for me versus comfort for my cat.
So we have time to take care of other things.
Like getting your food.
She's not in pain. She's not suffering.
Oh, yes, she is. Sorry, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. A cat walking around with mats all in its fur down to the skin, unbrushed, that's painful. Do you understand that that's painful, Chantal? That if a cat has mats or if it has ingrown nails, how painful that is? Of course you can't understand, because it's not your pain, so why should you care? Right? I'm not feeling it, so why do I give a crap?
It's a natural biological function anyway. Not our fault. Anyway. So just to clear that up. But yeah. Hey, now I can't make another sandwich. That's how it goes. So it's not about money.
Then get it done.
I've had people message me. Can we send you money for the vet? No, we don't need it.
So this is so horrible. You know, here's Miss Big YouTuber, hotter than 90% of us. You know, she likes to brag about her income. She's making enough money to where she could get Julia fixed, have her properly groomed. Like, that cat should not want for anything. Same thing with Harry the hamster. Both those pets should have everything they need and then some food, litter, whatever you want. She's got enough money. She's got enough. And she's not willing to spend it on her pets. And here are people in her audience saying, if you need money, we'll pay you. We'll send it to you. So you got money, Chantal, but you're not willing to spend it on your pets, even though you claim that you have it. And there are generous people in your audience saying, do you need something? We'll help out. You won't accept their help either. So again, what's the holdup? Stop with the excuses. Get it done. Even though there's 6 months before she goes into another heat, get it done now. Because I'm not a vet tech. I'm not a veterinarian, but I can only wonder if a depot shot, if it delays the heat for 6 months, I'm seriously wondering if, because it's been delayed for so long, that would mean the moment that that cat goes into heat, it's going to be really, 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 really intense. Just because of being delayed for so long. So don't count on a shot to keep it away forever. If you got the money, spend the money. You just spent $800 or so getting him a new car. Spend the $400 or whatever you got to get her spayed. As a matter of fact, hold up. I'm curious. Hold on a minute. I'm looking something up. All right. Okay, so I just did a quick search on my search on Google was how much does it cost to get a cat spayed in Kuwait? So it looks like I'm on a Kuwait Reddit. And I'm just going to read to you what it says. It says, I don't want a sketchy vet or anything. I am just wondering which vet would be the cheapest and how much would it cost. I am a student, so I don't have much money to spare. And I have no idea how much it actually costs. I was thinking it might be anywhere from 20 KD to 50 KD. I really want to put my cat out of her misery ASAP. Thanks ahead. Somebody replies with, got mine done at Royal Animal Hospital at the Friday market. Think it cost about 40 KD. So let's see, 40 KD. International Vet Hospital told me it cost 79 KD per cat. They said also, what a joke. Go to Dohamas or Royal Animal Hospital, 20 to 40 KD is a steal. So what is that? Let me do the conversion real quick. Canadian dollar to dinar. All right, let's do the conversion, everybody. Okay, so this person said, let's see. I'm doing some quick research here. You guys can time me. So 20 to 40 KD, right? All right. What is that? Ha! Ha! Y'all listen up. Over here in the States, it costs like $300, $400, $500 to get a cat fixed. Y'all want to know how much it costs over there, according to what this Reddit says? All right. So for 40 Kuwaiti dinar is equal to, y'all ready? $178.78. Okay, like so this other place is like 79 Kuwaiti dinar. All right, what's 79 Kuwaiti dinar? So Canadian dollar, if it's 79 Kuwaiti dinar, that would translate to $353.10. So less than $400, Chantal, depending on where you go. It could be anywhere from like less than 200 to less than 400. So what's your excuse now, Beast? Why you haven't gotten your cat fixed? You just spent $800 plus on a new SUV for that professional bum husband of yours, but you had for less than half the price, you can get your cat fixed forever. You suck. You suck so bad.
So yeah. That's the reason.
No, the reason is you're a cheap so and so. I got to be careful with my language. You're cheap. And your first priority is you, making sure you get fed, making sure you get your party favors, making sure you have your shisha, not your pets. You don't put your pets first. You put yourself first. So your thinking is, well, I got to have money for food. I don't want to spend a single solitary dime, dollar, or nickel on my pets. So all the money's got to go for food. Who knows? I might need like 10 takeout in one day. Can't take care of the pets.
Behind it. Cancel culture is insane. Me, I'm just like, whatever. If you want to cancel me, go for it.
You know what, Chantal? I'm just going to say my thoughts right now because it's my channel and I can. What's going to happen to you if you have a medical emergency? You're so hyper focused on making sure that food goes into your maw, thinking you're so smart finding food deals on junk food. What's going to happen if you have a medical emergency? Honestly, do you think the doctor bill is going to be cheap? It ain't. You've got far too many health problems, all stacked on top of each other. All it would take is one thing going wrong to set off a chain of everything else going wrong. And if your butt lands in the hospital for weeks, which might be the case, you never know, you think that hospital bill is going to be cheap? You know, when it comes to your health, either pay now or you pay later. If you're not paying attention to your health, eventually it catches up to you. So buying $30 takeout here, $30 there, that might translate to a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 hospital bill. And that's if you make it out of the hospital. So is it smart to keep loading up your maw with fast food and acting like an overfed tick that won't stop eating? Nah, it's not smart at all.
If someday social media doesn't work out for me, I'll do something else.
Like what? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What can you do? Tell me. I would love to hear this part. Tell me. I'm interested. What else could you do, Chantal? What could you do for a living? You're on social media because honestly, at this point in time, given your mobility, given your health, this is all you can do. You couldn't go out into the regular world and get a regular job and be on your feet. Just standing up for 5 minutes tires you out. So any job that requires mobility, that's out. Given your job history, the recent video you did where you're giving your resume of jobs that you quit or got fired or laid off from, nobody would hire you. You don't have the temperament for people. You can't commit to set hours and a schedule. You've got a nasty, nasty temperament. You could even do a phone job. You couldn't sit at a desk. What else would you do? You don't have a backup plan. YouTube is it. Making money online is it. This is all you can do. You don't have a plan B. You just figure you're going to be on YouTube forever and do these food videos and get monetized and stay monetized and just earn money that way. There is no backup plan. You don't even have a backup plan in your husband. Because if the money disappears from you, he's going to disappear. He's not working. He don't have a job. If something happened to you and you went in the hospital, he's not going to go, okay, Chantal, you can be in the hospital and recover from whatever it is that's wrong. I'll go out and I'll work and I'll make sure that the rent's taken care of, the bills are taken care of, the cat's taken care of, the hamster's taken care of. I got this. You don't have an I got this partner. You have a I got as long as you got partner. So if you lose your income, he's gone, sis. He is gone. He's long gone. He's long gone. He's there as long as he's getting the toys and he's getting the money. But the moment those disappear, he's go poof, he's gone, he's out.
Might be more difficult, but it's not impossible. And I like to just think that I can always adapt to whatever situation God throws at me.
Yeah, well, you can keep thinking that, but we know the truth. You know, keep talking yourself up and saying, I can do it. I can adapt to anything, but yet you can't. You don't have the ability of adaptability. You really, really don't. Because if you were adaptable, the moment that YouTube said, we're changing our policies, no more eating on camera, you would have switched gears and said, okay, I guess that's a sign. Maybe I need to stop catering to that 25% of people in my audience that their interest is food. You would have switched gears and done something different. But you've tried different things and you failed at every single one of them. So where's the adaptability? You have it in your head that you think the reaction channels that if you're not around, we're going to fall. Wrong. We'll move on. We'll find other people to react to. We'll find other things to do. I know I've got a litany of things that I've got to do. I've got a tarot channel that I can work on. I got my ambiance channel. I can react to other people. I've got work off of YouTube. I'm a busy girl. I got stuff going. You don't have anything going. There's nothing going on for you except getting online, turning on your camera, stuffing food in your maw, getting another 50 pounds, and catering to people in your audience that really shouldn't be catered to at the detriment of your health.
Who am I to judge his plan? Just say alhamdulillah and move on, you know? It's all we can do. We can't control certain circumstances. Very good. I haven't had any time. That's why I'm crabby, because I have too many things to do.
Like what? What have you got to do?
I haven't had any time to, oh, hello, chicken. Finish my meal plan for the week. Get the groceries.
you know what? Why even bother buying groceries except to buy food for Salah because he's not into the fast food the way she is. So, how much in the way of groceries do you need to buy for Salah as one person? Not that much. Like, really, the grocery bill should be much smaller than the takeout bill because the takeout is the bulk of her food. So, and on top of that, she doesn't go grocery shopping. He goes. She's already told us. She told us long ago. When they go grocery shopping, she sits in the car with the air conditioning while he goes inside. He gets everything and brings it back. So, what do you mean you're busy? You'll sit in your car, scrolling on your phone, looking at the reaction channels, watching FFG, looking at the comments sections, using one of your many socks to make nasty comments. Then you get on Twitter. Then you get on TikTok looking for anything viral, which I don't understand that either because nothing you've done has gone viral. But anyway, so like, the one part of your body that gets the most of a workout besides your mouth is your fingers. Just scrolling.
I think Salah will go. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Honestly, sometimes I can't face the grocery store. He's quicker. He's not mentally ill. So he goes. But we go on video. Sometimes I'm in the mood to go, but
the only reason why Chantal goes to the grocery store is if she's craving some kind of snack or certain foods. And that way she can sit in the car. And before he gets out of the car, she's like, don't forget this, and this, Salah. And she gives him a long list of all kinds of snack foods and junk foods that she wants him to buy and sodas. She just goes to make sure that she gets her unnecessary yet necessary junk food sugar items that she wants on the menu for later.
I need to make something with the eggplant. Maybe stuffed eggplant. It's an Arabic dish. Or, I don't know. I like that cola. So maybe I'll do a grocery haul.
Yeah, about that. So in one of the videos you posted recently, you posted a grocery haul. And the haul came from a food bank. And there's nothing wrong with anybody going to a food bank. If you need the help, accept the help. If you need food and you have a food bank you can go to, certainly go. They'll be very happy to help you. But I find it appalling. The money that she makes, and she's going to a food bank and taking food that maybe somebody else who really needs it, taking food out of their mouth. So one of the hauls you did came from a food bank, Chantal, and that's just deplorable. You're making enough money on YouTube that you should pay for your own doggone food. Don't take from a food bank and take food out of there that maybe somebody else really, truly needs. If you're sitting here in front of me eating this takeout, you don't need to go to a food bank. You really don't need to. Leave the food for those who truly, honestly need it and are truly hungry.
Our anniversary is tomorrow. So we are planning on going out. And then later when we come home, I thought we would also celebrate by going live and playing music. For me, with gift giving, it's always the thought that counts. Like, I saw a TikTok. This girl was like,
Yeah, speaking of your anniversary, so you've already given your gift, right? You already gave him the new car. What's he given you? What's the history of the gifts that Salah has given Chantal? The list is very, very short. Funny how a successful businessman is not giving gifts to his wife, and yet she's the one paying for everything, right? And you know what, Salah? I don't know if you're ever going to watch my video, but if you got any sense in that dense head of yours, you'll realize how grim this situation is. Like, she's gaining more and more weight every day. She's becoming more and more unhealthy. The smartest thing you could ever do is, before things get really dire, you get her a plane ticket and you put her on the next plane back to Canada. Because if she becomes bedbound, it's going to be a whole new set of problems you are not ready for. And it's better that you dump her before she dumps you. Because you got to know, the moment you try to separate away from this woman, she is going to make up stories about you. She's going to get online and paint a really dark picture of you. She's going to say that you're abusive and this and that happened between this off the camera. She's going to claim all kinds of stuff about you. And the way to get ahead of that is to beat her to the punch bowl. Start your own channel. Start sharing stories before she starts sharing stories. And I'm not saying that because I like you, bro, because you're a professional bum. But I'm just saying, you're okay with this for now because it works. But it's all fun until it's not. And it's not going to be fun when she becomes bedbound and she can't move and she depends on you for everything, including bathing her in bed. And that's not going to be a good time.
what would you do if your man gave you this ring after like years of dating? And it was like a small ring. It was a super small diamond. And she was like making fun of it. It's like, you'd be appreciative. Like, it's
Chantal doesn't have to worry about a man giving her a ring. She's so desperate for a relationship. Twice she bought her own ring. And twice, buying her own ring, she tried to basically pressure the men in her life to commit to her. She bought her own ring to try to manipulate the men in her life to commit to her and say they were committed to her. That's how messed up in the mind she is.
love is not measured by how much an expensive ring you can buy someone.
No, it ain't.
Some relationships, the man is rich and he buys all kinds of fancy jewelry for the woman, but he treats her like crap and cheats, for example, you know? What would you rather have? A loving husband or boyfriend who treats you with love, respect, gives you all the attention in the world, would never hurt you?
So, would you call this love? Is what you're doing right now, would you consider that love? I've been married twice, Chantal, twice divorced. Why? Because both my ex-husbands were pieces of crap. And I realized that after I got married. Once things became unhappy, it's time to go. Because you may think that being alone is the worst thing ever. Let me tell you from experience, what's worse is to be in a relationship and it's not happy. To be married and your partner is really not your partner. To be laying in bed next to them and they might as well be 1,000 miles away. You don't feel close to them at all. But do you consider this love? Because if he really loved you, he would not let this happen. He would say to you, look, I love you to death. I want you to be here for a long time. And this is going to ensure that you're not here for a long time. You've already got health problems. This is making them worse. Your breathing is bad. Your movement is bad. You don't have much mobility. Let's get you to a hospital or a doctor. Let's get you a checkup. Let's see what's going on in there. And let's see what we can do about fixing some of these problems little by little. Because I am concerned. And I don't want you to pass away early. That's what a real loving husband would do. The fact that he's just standing by and letting you do this tells me he doesn't love you at all. Because no loving husband would be okay with unhealthy, harmful behavior. And he's okay with it and he encourages it. He's okay with it because it means he doesn't have to work. You have to work and he's taken care of. As long as you're working and making the YouTube money, he doesn't have to get a regular job. If he loves you, he would get his butt out, and he would work and he would carry his own weight versus you carrying it. So don't talk to me about love. I'm looking at you right now. This does not look like love.
Or someone, who just buys you expensive things, but ignores you, cheats, secretive.
Oh, she's talking about Natter. That little reference there, that's Natter. She's talking about Natter because that's what Natter did to her. She sat there and she bought him all kinds of stuff, took him places, bought him food, buy him groceries, buy him clothes, stuff for his kitchen. He ignored her. You want to know why? Because he figured her out. He figured out how desperate and thirsty for love she was. And he was a bad boy. And bad boys do what bad boys do. Bad boys, they don't want love. They want money. They want possessions. They want material things. Natter saw her as an easy path to getting those things. And he wasn't wrong. She gave a lot. And because she was so thirsty, he figured out, the thirstier I keep her, the more desperate she is, the more she'll give me. He manipulated her thirstiness to his advantage. Think about this for a minute. If Natter had taken the path of, say, Pete's and turned into a good boy, she easily tamed him and he came to heel quickly, he wouldn't have gotten as much. Because Chantal would have gotten bored with him and said, oh, I conquered this mountain, I'm bored, and left. So it was to his financial benefit that he keep her thirsty and hungry for him and the drama. He kept it up for as long as he could. Now she's given the benefits to somebody else, but he got a lot out of her in that year. But she's talking about Natter right here.
No thanks. Me, I don't care about those things. Like, if I have what I need in life to survive, I'm happy.
She switches the narrative based on the situation, based on her finances. You best believe if she had a lot of money right now, and she and Salah were living in a penthouse apartment or a mansion, and there was a lot of money being thrown around, buying expensive meals or expensive clothes or expensive anything, we'd hear all about it. She'd be flaunting all of the wealth and saying, where's your mansion? Where's your townhouse? Look at me. I'm spending 20 grand on dinner tonight. I just bought myself some caviar and it cost me $200 per ounce. She'd be doing that because she can't afford that kind of life anymore. It's all about I'm frugal and I'm happy being frugal. No, you're not. You're not happy. You want to know how I know that? Because I've been watching you for years. Everything with you has to be bigger than what it is. It's exaggerated. It has to be grandiose. You'll live simply, but you won't be happy doing it. You'll do it if you have to, but it won't be a want to thing. But you're one of those fake it till you make it, or at least fake it on YouTube to make people believe that you're happy, but you're not happy. You much rather be in a mansion or a townhouse, eating some caviar, eating some lobster, eating cake all day. That's the life you want. It's just that you can't afford it. And neither can your husband.
Car, shelter, um, love. Love, love will keep us together.
And a YouTube paycheck, apparently. That's connected to the love. The two of them go together.
Not expensive things. Excuse me. Mmm. I love chicken.
You love all food. Everything's her favorite food. Everything. If it goes in her mouth, it's her favorite. For 5 minutes.
Anyways, guys. I just wanted to answer that. But I really have to learn not to. I think I'm just going to ignore or really try hard to any kind of comments about all that stuff.
Yeah,
Pet.
she looks at comments about people asking about money and why is money being spent on this versus this. She looks at that as being hateful. People are just simply curious. You know, when you do videos, Chantal, and you're spending money on takeout every day, every video is takeout, and everybody knows that takeout is kind of expensive, especially with the amount that you eat. And then you make other videos where you talk about how your cat has not been spayed. Of course, people are going to ask the question, why haven't you taken care of that? Obviously, you have enough money for one thing. Why not another thing? So in this video, you said you've got enough money. So the next question is, so why has it been taken care of? My answer is, I think it's because you want to tick people off. You're doing the same thing with Julia as you did with Sam and BBJ. You are withholding necessary care out of spite, just to keep everybody concerned, to keep everybody watching, make sure Julia is okay. If you cared about Julia the way that you should, you wouldn't base your care on spiting other people. It'll be about, this is my pet, this is my fur baby, and I want to make sure they're happy and healthy. And that's all it has to be. It should go no further than that. You don't need any other reason than that. But you know, you basically you work backwards. Some of the things you do not make sense to me.
Pets, whatever. Um, I ate like most of the chicken, pretty much all of it. Not all the fries though. Honestly, just the chicken and coleslaw would have been enough. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to that meal plan now, and
Yeah, sure.
get to grocery shopping. So stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, shut up. I'm just she irked me with that one. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe that's why she started talking about the cat. She wants to irk people. She's trying to bump up her views. Let's see. Is there any other comments here that are not edited? Let me see. Oh, so this person, Lizzo. Oops, I scribbled past it. Sorry. Saying, why can't America have all these freebies and special in fast food restaurants? Looks delish. Those aren't freebies. She paid for that. She tries to act like she gets free food, but no fast food restaurant is going to give away that much free food. Because if they did, they would go bankrupt. They would be giving away more than they made. So she lies. She lies. Oh, God. Here's Salah in the comments saying, yummy, yummy. You make me hungry again, babe. Stop it, Salah. Stop it. She doesn't make you hungry. She doesn't. Or wait, do you mean that you're hungry for her paycheck? Like you're getting an appetite for that incoming check next month? Yeah, I think so. You're wanting a great big check for the next few months. So that's it for the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourselves. Would love to hear from you. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care, everybody, and bye.